Welcome back to That Never Happened. Today we're going to start off with some Ask Reddits here. I think this is the best one. What is the best excuse you've come up with to leave a party early?
Oh, I have a really good one. So, I had nowhere to stay. I was in Philadelphia for a night. My cousin used to live there. So, we figured, we could crash at his place. Forgot that he's a millennial, so everything he had in his apartment was minimalistic, I guess they call it. So, like, his couch was like a American Girl doll sized couch. And I was like, okay, like, we could probably just crash there. My friend was 6'5" that I went with. He was like, no, like, you guys just impromptu went to my house on a Wednesday. I have work tomorrow. And we were like, nah, dude, like, we probably crashed there. And he was like, no, you fucking can't. Like, this is on you guys. Get a hotel room or something. He was actually pissing me. And I was like, all right, word, dude. Like, we just go home with some girls, whatever. So we went to a bar. Things weren't going well. And towards the end of the night, it's like 1:30 a.m. And we'd been talking to this group of girls all night that were kind of cute. They were Drexel students. And then they were like, oh, my God, no way. Like, Rebecca's boyfriend, like, cheated on her. What a dick. They're like, we have to go. And we were like, really? Like, you have to go? And they're like, yeah, we have to go. So we're like, fuck. We can't afford a hotel room. We got like $43 to our names combined. And there was a group of girls that were, I don't fat shame or anything, but like easily the biggest group of girls I've ever seen. And my friend was like, looked over, just goes like this, and I was like, no. Like, we just get drunk and stay up all night just walking around Philly. And he was like, dude, I gotta crash somewhere. And I was like, dude, no. And he was like, I was like, all right, okay, fine. And we went over to them, started talking to them, went in their Uber back. I wrote a blog about this, and like I was much, I guess, more explicit over Word. But like in the Uber, because we didn't get an XL, we just got an X. There was like 5 of us. I was gasping. For I was being squeezed.
Claustrophobic.
Yeah, you can sit on my lap. Yeah.
It was also like very clear. I'm not a prize or anything, but they were just like, you guys are the hottest guys we've ever brought back. And we were like, my friend's pretty ugly too. So we were like, oh. So get back to their place. I'm about to go, and she's putting in the pin, and I was like, I can't do this. And my friend is the horniest person I've ever met, so yeah, he ended up fucking the girl or whatever, and I was like, I can't do this. So I faked a call, and I was like, broke her hip? She, again? And then I started bawling my eyes out. Halfway about the situation, but like also like my grandma's been having some issues like while this is going on, so I'm like actually getting tears out, and they're like, "What if you just give you the pen? You could sleep on the couch." And I was like, so I go to the Chinese food place down the street, and this is why I was going to school in Texas. So I was wearing like cowboy boots because I'm in Philly naturally. Some bunch of drunk kids walk in this Chinese place at 2 a.m. I'm wearing cowboy boots, so like, Cowboys fan, huh? And just start chucking beers at me. And I'm like, my grandma. And they're like, no, fuck you. Go in, still have the pin on my phone, slept on the couch. My friend, the next day, like, taps me on the shoulder. He's like, we gotta get back to your cousin's place. We go at like 5:30. He's waking up for work. And the last he had seen us, because he had went out to the bar for us, that was his compromise. He's like, I'll go out to the bar with you guys, but like, you can't just expect to come to my house on a Wednesday. Yeah. So we were like, okay, fair enough. Like, we'd get him drunk, and then we'd be able to sleep there. Didn't work out. And last group of girls he saw us talking to were like pretty cute girls from Drexel that had left because their friend got cheated on, whatever. And he was like, you guys took those girls back? We were like, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Those were the last words we said. He was like, I'm going to work, but congrats on the sex, guys. We were like, thanks.
Well, I say it's not exactly a party, but I guess leaving a situation would be when I was rushing fraternities. I had the only two I was really interested in were on this, like, you've been to a couple parties, they know you, they only invite the ones they're interested in, and then that's the last event you do. Sorry, and then you have your interviews and everything.
Yeah.
So, and that was like the last thing before they decide to give you your bid. So I had two of them on the same night, and they were both at the same time. Oh, and one's out like half an hour early or something. So I showed face, cracked some jokes, and was like, trying to make sure that they like I was stood out so that
They're gonna remember that you were there.
Yeah. And
what.
this wasn't like, it was like a mid-tier frat, but I liked the guys. It was more, and they were like, a lot of them were on like the soccer team, so it was like I knew some of them, and it was like a fun group of guys, whatever. Right? They weren't like the ones that I was like, oh, it'd be sick if I could get in that frat, like, kind of thing. So then I made my impression, and then I just started planting seeds of like how unwell I was feeling. I was like, yeah, dude, I barely got here. Like, I was just not feeling well. Like, it's just like, I mean, I came here because like I really fucking like you guys, and like I want to join this frat and whatever. But like, I'm just like not doing well. And then like 10 minutes would go by, I'd be like standing in the corner like.
You faked.
And then I went to the
You're
bathroom.
a pro at that, by the way.
Yeah.
I've seen you do that in other circumstances.
I went to the bathroom, like, after talking to this guy who was like their like recruitment chair. I was like, yeah. Oh, what? No, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling really unwell. Like, and I should probably just go to the bathroom, like, try and like get it out of me. And then I went there for half an hour, scrolled my phone, ordered my Uber, and then when the Uber arrived, I came out and was just like, yeah, dude, I just had the fucking threw up, and worse, I had the worst fucking diarrhea of my life. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I can't do the interview. Like, maybe we can reschedule it. I'm just like, I just can't. I need to go home right now. Uber straight to the next frat house. Show up, still in a suit, just like, yo, what's up, boys? Yeah. Felt like a fucking the best finesse of my life. But meanwhile, these guys were like really nice. Who were like letting me leave. And they're like, yeah, dude, I'm sure you probably get a bid. Like, we like you, blah blah. But then I went straight there, did my interview for that, and it just felt like the biggest finesse of my life. Because I actually got a bid for the one that I fucking left before the interview.
You left with such grace.
Yeah, exactly.
With diarrhea.
They gave you some pity.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, never say you threw up if you go throw up and diarrhea, or just diarrhea. Because diarrhea is so much of a less I want to lie about that thing than just
I know
threw
that
up.
game.
Yeah, diarrhea is just so much, like, especially if you decide that, like, yeah, dude, you're not gonna want to go in there for like another 20 minutes. My bad, bro. Like, I did the best I could with like the walls. Like, I wiped them down.
Walls. I mean, yeah, mine was just, I didn't know we were doing full-ass stories like that. I thought we were just going to name something and riff on that. But yeah, I do the fucking fake phone call all the time. That was mine, too. Of like, and I'll even do it in the middle of a
Something
conversation.
serious happened, or just like a casual?
Casual.
My
I do
dad
casual.
wants me home,
Yeah.
even though I'm like 24.
I used to do it for like sleepovers, too. Like when I was like, all right, I slept over. I don't want to spend the whole rest of the day. I want to go home and be alone and have my mind attack me for the rest of the day. So I'm going to make up I'm just going to pretend I called my mom and just leave the house and just be like, yeah, mom, yeah, whatever, yeah. But that was mine. I don't have a fucking story like you guys do. I mean, Jesus Christ, you guys.
No, but like third grade, you probably ruined somebody's like birthday. So just
Yeah.
because somebody did that at mine, I was really butthurt.
I did have a guy who pissed during a sleepover and did not claim it, even though there's 4 of us, and it was very obviously his piss because that's where he was sleeping. And
You said like 2 episodes ago that you've pissed your pants before, so it could have been you.
it could have been me if I walked in and slept next to him, if that happened. Which that never happened. Nice, nailed it.
Do you guys ever have any, like, I had this weird dude who was like begging to have a sleep. Like, we had a friend group of like the guys who like rode the bus to like the one
Dude,
bus
The bus fan group is
type.
one of the best.
Yeah.
So it was like, because we have public transport in England because we actually have like a government that has infrastructure. And then so we would get this one bus from our area to our school. And so our local kids, we'd all been friends. Some of us have been friends from like elementary school.
You guys have American football though, right?
No, fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Elementary school, we've been friends with, and then this guy was like trying to weave his way in the group, whatever, and we were like, oh, fine, we have him for a sleepover, and then like, this guy just did not disclose that he was terribly afraid of the dark, and then he comes over, I switch the lights off. It's in my attic in like we have a lot of beds situation. He comes to my bed and just starts ripping my hair out.
Actually pulling it out?
He grabs my hair and pulls it as hard as he can. He's like, where's the light switch? Turn it back on!
Oh my God.
Turn it back on!
Ugh.
And like I literally have like I after like scrambling to like reach and turn the lights back on, I literally have hair on all over my fucking bed. Like this guy actually pulled hair out of my head.
That's disturbing.
Your face right now is just like you're still reliving it. Like
Yeah,
that day,
yeah.
your face
I
is
have
finally like.
PTSD.
All right, we got another question here. What did you hate as a child but love as an adult?
Coffee.
That's my answer too.
Sucks.
Well, I mean, coffee when you're a kid, you can't. First of all, your body off of caffeine.
Yeah.
It feels like you're just doing Molly, like at 8 years old. And plus, it tastes like shit, because like, you still like Sprite, and if you're a white girl at this point in life that we're at, you probably still do like Sprite, but I can't.
McDonald's
have that shit
Sprite. Oh my god, McDonald's
My
Sprite
Sprite
hits
just hits
different.
different. The burn.
Is that like what is that?
Yeah, girls will literally like if it's popcorn chicken or like Sprite, they will try to make like any like kind of common.
There's no difference in taste, by the way.
I know it's bullshit. It's just like
between
no, but I
popcorn
can
chicken-
tell the difference. I can
Yeah.
tell
Well,
McDonald's
we
Sprite
have a
hits
mutual
diff.
friend that literally has like a private Snapchat where she's like, this Sprite, 9.2.
Yeah,
And I'm like, it's just cold. That's the difference.
So wait.
They'll try to make a
what was
personality
what was the you hated Sprite as a kid?
No,
Is
I
that
hated
what it was?
coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, this was-
I love
that's
it.
Sprite
Sprite
going
is-
on.
Yeah, why would-
yeah.
yeah. No, but I agree
Well, also
too.
coffee, ice cream, all of it.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah.
I feel like it should be. I mean, food and drink and beverages is too easy. I could sit here and be like beer, wine, vodka, tequila, like do all those.
Semen, yeah.
Yeah, semen. But like we should do shit that's like actually like a thing rather than like a taste. I don't know.
Shaving. When I first was like able to shave, I was like, I'm gonna do a mustache. I'm gonna look like those cool baseball
I
players.
think I'm the opposite. When I was shaving at first, I was like, oh dude, I have 3 hairs on my fucking face. I can shave. Let's go. And now.
You still can barely shave.
Yeah, I know. I still have like 22 hairs. They're there though. If you want to get a nice little zoom in.
That's a
That's
very
hot.
exact amount, yeah.
Do
See
they
those
have
hairs?
names? Did you name them? What's this one's name?
No, there's just like a school bus amount right now.
Wait,
so I
but what's
just
this
say,
one?
hey,
This
kids.
one seems a little special.
This one?
What's that one?
Yeah, I've got some back here which are from a fucking mole. Those ones I make sure to shave. But
And name.
yeah, I mean, no, shaving was exciting as fuck at first. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm like I was like 12, 13 probably, and was like, dude, I got like 3 hairs in my face, and I was just like fucking peach fuzz.
When you go in school and they say, you're like, sorry, I was late, I just shaved.
Yeah, I had to shave. Yeah. And then I was like, yeah, because I had like 3 at the age of 13. I was like, yeah, I probably have a beard by like like junior year of high school. Probably have like a full beard. Like that's gonna be a bitch having to shave every day. It's just
Yeah, I used to
like-
think that's what you did. I used to think you shave every day, no matter how much you get. I don't get. I mean, I have to shave once every 2 weeks or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh,
But-
you definitely have to shave more than once.
You
every
shave
2
more-
Oh, yeah, I
shave once
should
every
be
2
shaving more than
days,
that,
yeah.
but that's what I actually do. But yeah, no, I used to think you shave every day, no matter what. Like any amount of stubble is bad, is what I was told by my brain.
No one told me this. I made this
Yeah.
up in my head.
Well,
Anxiety.
Speaking of Connell's brain, I know we wanted to have like a mental health episode
Yeah.
on a serious note, because I've written, a bunch of blogs on it, and people have gotten back to say it's helped them, and it's better than talking about dick jokes. So
Is it?
I mean, dick jokes are kind of necessary for a solid mental health.
But yeah, seriously, I think after this year, going off of it, not to get too deep, but we've all experienced some things that have made us think differently and feel differently.
And
It's been a weird year.
Yeah, and obviously not just for us. Like everyone's had some crazy shit go on this year with COVID and whatever. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think it's different for our generation because, like, I think I speak for other people in our age demographic that have had more people die during this year from like the mental side of
drugs,
quarantine.
having to
Yeah,
do with
that's what I'm
mental
saying.
side, yeah.
The mental side of quarantine with like whether that's killing us like suicide or overdoses and things like that.
Also, people that are on their way or are like going to rehab right now, and they started off quarantine like completely fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think that side of COVID has been kind of overlooked a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think also with our generation, the weird thing that we do is like, obviously it's one of those situations where on Twitter, people are being like, oh my God, I don't want to spread this virus, like this party on a college campus, that's disgusting. But what does get overlooked is maybe somebody craving some human interaction.
Yeah.
Or even
Well, like
intimacy.
needs to feel something and they can't because they can't go outside, so that turns into drugs and whatever,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, like, I started struggling with anxiety as soon as I got to college. I was just confused because you're 18, you have no idea what's going on, or at least in my situation, I didn't know why it was happening, which is the worst part. I'd just be walking down to class and like experience that I was like, you're gonna die, you're gonna have a heart attack, and then I was like, what? I'm just like walking to class on a Tuesday. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I'm a big, proponent of telling people to go to therapy and try that out, and that doesn't work out. I'm on like holistic shit now. Started
that?
running more.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
even honestly, I don't even know. I know this doesn't technically count as holistic, but I feel like CBD is more natural than like synthetic pills or anything else you could put in your body. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're not doctors, so we can't go too much into it. But from our own experience, like, kids who take whatever, Lexapro, Prozac, whatever works for you, but like sometimes
I feel like
that's
it
not the
also
right thing
can
to
work
do.
for you at different stages
Yeah.
of what you're in. Like
You don't wanna be
I
on
was
that
on
shit forever.
Zoloft for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And at first, it was definitely beneficial because it was almost like a sedative. Like, it was like, okay, I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why I'm experiencing this. I haven't talked about it. It's going to hit me. It's going to make me fall asleep. It's going to bring my heart rate down. And then after a while, it takes the part of you that is potentially the most important, at least for me, of being like, okay, I'm going to think abstract, creatively. I'm going to say whatever's on my mind.
Yeah.
And it shoves that down and it makes you depressed.
Yeah, I mean,
So
they can be helpful.
recently-
I don't want to like fucking
If
Oh,
you
no,
but it's
taking-
different for every person.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
Like,
I'm
it's-
just saying my experience.
Yeah, no,
which
that's,
is what
that's the best
on a
part. The
podcast
best
you
way
do.
to advertise it is to say your experience rather than
Yeah,
say
so-
take it. It's to say what you
Yeah.
experienced while taking.
For the last 8 months, I've been all natural, and for the last 3 months, I've been on Sunday Scaries. I don't want to make this an ad read or anything because honestly, this is personal to me, and it's helped me out. And I'm not going to, sound disingenuous and give you guys my promo code now. We can do that at the end of the episode, but honestly, these tinctures help me go to sleep, which is a big thing because you cannot be sane if you get 2 hours of sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, and especially when it's like, you have all this shit racing in your head at like 2 a.m. and you're like, I can't deal with this right now, but your mind won't let you be like, logically you'll be like, oh, in order to deal with this better, give me a night's sleep and then I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But like, that's not how this shit works.
Yeah, I could have used that because last Nashville trip, when I got back, first time I've ever flown in like 6 years was that time. And I get back and I'm talking to my parents, like a 10-minute conversation. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and my dad's like, yeah, let him be. He's got to go to sleep because my dad travels, so he knows. And yeah, I was fucking tired. As soon as I hit the bed, like my brain just erupts into a anxiety-ridden like spider web of situations that happened throughout the entire trip. Of like, you shook this guy's hand, but you were way too firm on that one. This guy, you looked at his feet a little too much. Just insane amount of. Did you say the correct thing to this person? What did you do? And like, just my brain is just throwing these things at me.
Every interaction just kind of
every single word I said was being replayed in my head, and the worst part was that I was fucking tired. Like I was coming home from a whole day of traveling, tired, and my brain said, no, come here, look at this, look at what you did, you fucking idiot, look at that.
We're gonna put it on replay.
Yeah, and I was just staring up. It reminded me of being in Deadpool, the movie Deadpool, where he's put in that container, and he's just like, he's given like whatever, I forget the thing, but he's given like the exact amount of oxygen you need just to stay alive, and he's there like just sitting there for like, I don't know how long it is, like days or whatever, but that's how it felt for me. Like I literally was sitting in my bed staring up, completely like dry, and just sitting there.
The weird thing is, everyone experiences that, and not everyone, maybe like, I would say at this point a majority of people, especially in Greek life, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
Which is why I think, we all agreed that this was so important to talk about, because there's way too many suicides on Greek Row every year. There's way too many times that somebody goes home and you're like, why the fuck did that kid go home? And you maybe didn't notice some signs, or maybe at the same time it's like for me, I've learned it's kind of on me. Like I bring it up. I'm like, and you have also done a way better job lately about bringing it up, being like, guys, I just want you to know, like, I'm having a lot of anxiety for this podcast. Yeah. That's when I kind of talk things through. If
take
you
a
don't
step
mind,
outside.
Take a step
I
outside.
did the first takeout. I did that yesterday. Took my first. Give me a sec. Like kind of take a step outside yesterday. And,
that's. I mean, that's just like good to like. The more you experience with these things, and like, the more you learn about like what responses help you. What like, whether that's taking something or taking a step outside, going for a walk, going for a run.
Yeah, like I have I have like a thing which I learned from like 2 years ago from doing like some meditation app or whatever it was, but it has stuck with me. Like I had a similar anxiety thing, and I tried doing the whole like looking up quotes, whatever, listen to meditation, all this fucking guru whatever bullshit. But the only one that actually stuck with me was this comparison of like all of these thoughts that are going by you. It's like you're standing on the side of the road and you're trying to cross it. And it's the same thing on the other side of the road. And all of these thoughts are cars going through. And you're nervous and you're anxious because you're like, I can't get through. I can't do it. But rather than think that, you just look at the cars and you just go, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. And you just allow it.
Yeah.
And that, for some reason, that specific comparison stuck with me. And that's what happens. Like I walked outside and I looked at cars that were driving by and I was like, yeah.
I think like that's why it feels weird for us doing this, because like I'm sure like if you're listening to this, you're probably in Greek life or looking to join Greek life, so you don't have the same opinions as like fucking Emily star rainbow on Twitter.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people think it was like frat guys and people in Greek life is just like fucking like Bobby did a fucking TikTok about it that went hugely viral of just like
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Like, fratting so hard right now, dude.
like and just like party nonstop, like nothing affects me. I'm just gonna like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
an alpha mindset. Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
like
exactly.
2012, right? What was it?
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
it was?
frat guys in 2012, boat shoes, being a giant douchebag. I feel like now it's like guys are like, okay, if I don't get this weed before I go to bed, like, do you have,
Please help, please. I'm looking at all these cars.
I'm just gonna go on a spiral of like YouTube videos. And I'm just gonna be really sad. But I also think we've made like improvements to be better about that, and I think like it's so corny, and I always hated it in the middle school guidance counselor's office, because in my middle school, everyone like once a year you had to sit with the guidance counselor, and there's all these posters. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're
Hang
not
in
alone.
there, and it's a
Yeah,
cat.
exactly. And but I feel like just. It might sound douchey, but like nowadays, as I get older, I'm playing beer dog with my friends. I'm like, yeah, by the way, like you guys dated for 2.5 years. Like you want to get you cool?
Yeah, you good about that, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course they're gonna be like, fine. I'm like, well, like, I've just like noticed, you know.
Yeah.
If you want to like talk about it or something, and they're like, man, honestly, it's tough. Low.
Yeah. I mean, alcohol can definitely help lubricate those situations, but
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the beauty of it, because in a fraternity you're always drinking, but you could also like just sit someone down and.
also I want to talk about if you're struggling with like how do I talk to this guy, whether you're the one reaching out or the one who needs help. Like I'd suggest, just because I know guys and I'm like fucking sitting like this and being like, yeah man, we need to talk about this, and like making this fucking eye contact is really fucking awkward. And I did this recently with a friend, talking to him. I'd recommend being in a car. If you can talk to someone in a car about something, it's the radio maybe, or it's like there's outside things to pay attention to. If someone's driving, they don't need to they can't make eye contact because they're fucking driving. And dude, I've literally had like the best conversations with my friends about like opening up, just because we don't have to make fucking eye contact, just because it's just like,
Or you, even
yeah,
you're
dude, my
doing
parents
something
getting
else.
divorced, and they're like, my selling a house, and it's like, I'm really breaking up because all my childhood's falling apart. It's just a random example. I have no idea what.
Yeah, I don't know who was that. Who was that guy? Who was that?
Or at a bar, even.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, you're like this, and maybe I'm like.
There's a drink in front of you. You can be like, oh, look
You're
at that
like-
bottle of alcohol. That's a cool
Yeah,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
It's been like the worst 3 months of my entire life. I've had a lot of suicidal thoughts, but your friend
get
is like
another-
right
can I
there,
get
and he's like, yeah, I've also had that. But that's kind of the thing about men. We kind of need that aspect of he's looking this way and I'm looking this way,
Yeah.
and we're just talking about it. But then you go home at the end of the night, and you're like, I'm not alone. Somebody else felt that way.
I did it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be as like dramatic and like, I need to talk to you, man. Like as you think it does. Like you can
It's
get
not an episode of One Tree Hill.
yeah, exactly. You can get these thoughts across by like fucking him in the back seat, you in the front, and you're just like just looking straight ahead. But you know those words are being
Very
shared.
monotone. Doesn't even matter what the tone you're saying is.
Also,
You're like,
yeah.
want to kill
You will
myself.
find-
Everything sucks, and help me, please. My God, oh God. And the friend's like, yeah, man, yeah.
8 times out of 10, if you're the person being vulnerable about it, being like, hey, I've been struggling, you'll find that the person you're saying that to needed to hear it.
Yeah.
And they're being like,
And probably has something else to share.
yeah, it starts off kind of like hard, and there's like a rigid period where he's like, yeah, no, I mean, like, me too. And then, like, you find yourself 10 minutes later, and it's like, dude, yeah, no, like, that's really good.
Yeah.
I needed that.
I didn't even think I should have gone to the funeral.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I mean, we were going to do a punishment this episode, but
I mean,
after what
You know
we,
what, maybe
after
your
what we
punishment-
just did. I mean,
It's
this
no
is-
punishment. We just take some
punishment?
Sunday scaries to maybe ease our nerves, because we have a long day today.
I
Yeah.
did. I don't. Yeah. Huh.
It's no punishment. If anything, it's
Yeah,
beneficial.
we're just gonna chill out.
Hold on, let's be clear. Taking Sunday scares is not a punishment. We love it.
Yeah, and as we mentioned
How did you
earlier, these things have really helped us. If you want to get them for a little bit cheaper, you can use our code BCHILL for 25% off. Obviously, we really believe in these. We're not just fucking saying this. We think they might help you. So, yeah. My punishment, maybe a little awkward. We can do this for like
we'll bring it
half
in a
an
little
hour.
bit.
I'm gonna
Bring
flex
it in
as
a
hard as I
little
can to look buff. This is the best I got.
That never
Everyone,
happened.
look at this
Thank
internet.
you. Thank you.